This is an urgent news network bizarre code yellow report. Samples flagged for possible urinary irregularities at Strawberry University have vanished, leaving administrators scrambling to reconstruct reality using nothing but vibes, hearsay, and whatever a wellness influencer posted on Instagram at 3 a.m. According to Rudy Hunk, Strawberry University's Director of Professional Judgment, a title that remains legal in this state, the Strawberry Emulsion Laboratory in Strawberryville has reported a break-in so thorough it has effectively converted the scientific method back into gossip. The Strawberry Emulsion Laboratory can confirm that we have experienced a burglary, said Hunk, speaking from a podium that appeared to have been purchased from a high school drama department. At this time, we are prepared to say the situation is serious, expensive, and most importantly extremely inconvenient to our ability to sound confident. Lab officials say thieves broke into the building this week and stole copper wiring along with several items the lab described as unfortunately integral to our entire concept of knowing things. And because this is the same lab assigned to verify the culture sample connected to the artificial to real flavoring situation at the college, officials clarified that this was not simply a theft of equipment. This was, in the words of one shaken administrator, a hit on the final authority pipeline, the sacred facility where rumor becomes lab confirmed, where probably becomes officially, and where we take a sentence like, "I don't feel right," and turn it into a PDF. What's missing is not just a sample. What is missing is the entire chain of determination that allows adults to say sentences with a straight face. Stolen items include urine culture plates and growth media, which determine whether anything is actually growing or whether everyone has simply been staring into the abyss too long. Sample labels and identifiers, the only link between a cup of liquid and a real human being who is now calling every day. Strawberry-related context notes, including diet logs, exposure timing, who consumed what, and whether the incident can be traced to the flavoring event, or just the general horrors of being 19 chain of custody documentation, described by lab staff as boring paperwork, and by anyone with functioning ethics as the spine of accountability. Confirmatory testing materials, needed to resolve the debate currently tearing the campus apart. UTI indicators versus contamination versus something else entirely versus the universe punishing us for our hubris. In short, without the cultures and the tracking, Strawberry University hasn't merely lost the ability to confirm urinary irregularities. It has lost the ability to define what irregular even means. Officials believe the thieves hit the lab multiple times. Authorities say the perpetrators appeared to know exactly what they were doing, cutting power and entering through what was described as a contractor door, which investigators clarified is a door that immediately tells you the building was designed by someone who has never met crime. The power was cut, and the perpetrators did a very professional job removing copper, said the executive director, using the phrase very professional. The way people do when they want to admit something is terrifying without saying the word terrifying. When we started investigating, we found out the power had been cut specifically so the copper in our electrical lines could be taken. The director continued, pausing briefly as if realizing this explanation does not make the situation better. The lab estimates tens of thousands of dollars in damages. But officials emphasized the greater cost may be the destruction of measurement conditions, the delicate environmental reality that allows science to occur instead of whatever this is. When power goes down, freezers warm up, incubators stall, electronic logs glitch, cameras miss, access controls fail, and suddenly the institution is forced to answer complex biological questions using the same methodology as a neighborhood Facebook group. University now stuck with worst possible outcome for public trust as of Friday. Administrators confirmed they are trapped in the nightmare scenario no university is prepared for, a situation where people want answers and the evidence is gone. The campus can't responsibly conclude cause. The lab can't responsibly declare results. The administration can't responsibly assign responsibility. And the public can't responsibly be told anything. Definitive, because the one thing that turns chaos into clarity has been stripped out of the walls and hauled away. It feels like a professional job, one investigator said, emphasizing that their only proof of professionalism is how much this has ruined their week. However, officials noted one detail they cannot explain. A faint grape smell lingered in the air.